Hi, everyone. All right, so what is a personal moonshot and why everyone should have one? Well, at least I believe so. Maybe you know exactly what you want to do next. For example, you have a job lined up and you're using this course to learn a new skill set. Or maybe you just want to explore an interest area or test out the waters with a cool new technology. However, maybe this course can also serve you as a springboard for your personal moonshot. Personal moonshot is a term I like to use for a project or a group of projects that marks someone's career for a long time. Personal moonshot has two parts, in my opinion: a big vision that you move towards, and one or many more projects that take you there. The vision part is your idea about your purpose and the societal contribution that you want to make. It can be a set of challenges that you want to solve or the future that you want to shape. It is important to note that the vision is not a goal, a plan, or a strategy. It wouldn't make sense to set something so definitive for a long time. Vision is just a general direction. It can be blurry, it can be vague, and it can change over time. So imagine you're starting on your project, so all of a sudden your vision evolves. Is that okay? Absolutely. But be that as it may, it's very important to have it in mind. Otherwise, your projects can become too scattered and your efforts, learnings, and expertise do not accumulate. So the vision is there like a light that directs your efforts for your innovation project. And it's also there to motivate you when the going gets tough. Most major innovators have some kind of a vision. Take, for example, Elon Musk. Elon is involved in the widest range of innovation projects that I can think of, from electric vehicles to batteries to hyperloops and space exploration. But his projects are always set on the challenges related to climate change and focus on the future of energy and transportation. So this is what the vision part is about. Now, let me say a couple of words about the innovation projects. Oftentimes when I say the word moonshot, people think about highly risky projects that take about 10 years to commercialize, projects that require tens of millions of dollars to bring to market and have a chance of a survival that is really minuscule. These are the projects that Google X, the moonshot factory of Alphabet, would come up with. For example, their Google Glass or their self-driving car Waymo. And this is certainly one way to pursue a moonshot vision, but I'm not convinced that it's the only one. Ambitious vision can be pursued through smaller steps as well. Several projects can accumulate in learning and experience or provide the financial backbone for the real moonshot that achieves the full vision on a long run. Take Tesla again as a case in point. Elon was always focused on democratizing access to electric vehicles, and the reason being that only wide adoption of EVs can have a substantial sustainability effect. However, Tesla started from the luxury cars market, with the launch of their first car, Roadster, in 2008, for example. So why luxury? Well, the business model there was easier to achieve, so they started from there and slowly moved towards the lower market segments. Finally, about 10 years later, Tesla managed to take EVs to the mass market and offer them for as low as $35,000. Moreover, moonshots are not reserved only for Elon Musk and the selected few. Sure, you and I may not be able to reach into space as Elon can, but that does not mean that we should not have our own personal moonshots that take us as high as we can reach. In one of the subsequent videos, you will hear Johannes Burgard, the ESADE MBA from 2017, and now founder of a startup Solidic, talk about his moonshot, the vision he forged in my MBA class, and then the steps that he took to achieve it. For example, my personal vision is shaping to be around the future of learning, creativity, and professional development. I'm building over years expertise in radical innovation processes, and I want to democratize access to creativity, mindset, and tool sets, because I believe that this can help people lead more purposeful and fulfilling lives. And this course is really a part of his process. It's one small but very important step for me to take there. So now I have a question for you. Do you have a personal moonshot already? Maybe you don't call it like that, but perhaps there's something similar coming up in your mind. Pause this video for a minute to think about this. So how to come up with a personal moonshot vision? Here's the future exercise that can help you. If you're thinking about your personal moonshot, the good starting point is to imagine the future that you want to create for yourself from a personal or professional perspective. Whatever your moonshot vision ends up being, it has to fit into this future of you and the future that you want to make for yourself. And even today, if you're not considering something as ambitious as a personal moonshot, I would still argue that it's always the right time to reflect on where you want to be on the long run. Futurists, the experts who specialize in tools and techniques for imagining future, have shown that thinking about your future can help you with a good number of things, including creativity, foresight, mental flexibility, empathy, practical skepticism, and strategizing. Yet research also showed that we spend way too little time thinking about the future. Over 50% of the population thinks about more distant future of about 10 years from now, less than once or twice a year. And this includes any type of thinking activities, including talking to others or daydreaming. This is way too little. So to start thinking about your future, experts on future thinking recommend to take a 10-year horizon. And there are several reasons why 10 years is a good horizon to focus on. First, we have way more cognitive flexibility when we consider what can happen that far out in future. On the short run, we're all more likely to think about obstacles, but when it comes to a 10-year horizon, we can imagine all sorts of possibilities. Another reason to start about 10 years from now on is that ambitious projects and personal moonshots take a long time. Whether you're looking to build expertise in a domain, pioneer a new technology, or set up a really successful business, you're looking at a 10-year horizon. For instance, in the famous book, The Outlier, Malcolm Gladwell cites research that suggests that it takes about 10,000 hours of deliberate practice to acquire expertise. This is give or take 10 years. If you consider deliberate practice. Then is also a number of years that it takes to get radically new technology to get established and adopted as a standard. And in case of fully digital businesses, this may be a bit shorter, but anything that requires a new physical standard, regulatory, or a major behavioral change, you're looking at about the same amount of time. So how to systematically talk about the future and think about it? Personally, I'm not a psychologist by training, but my colleague from ESADE, Jordi Quadbach, shared the most recent research findings that he and his colleagues psychologists came up with. Without going into too many details for our purpose, the most important research finding to keep in mind is to consider both the opportunities as well as the challenges when you think about your future. There is one particular technique called WHOOP that can provide a nice high-level checklist for factors to focus on. WHOOP stands for wish, outcome, obstacle, and plan. And here is how to apply this exercise to your future vision. Start considering the wish part. What societal challenges do you wish you can solve? Think about your history, your loved ones, your ethics, your hobbies. What truly matters to you personally? Outcome. What kind of futures would you wish to help create? What is your societal role in that future? What skills, interests, experiences, and networks you can leverage to achieve this? This is very important. What sets you apart? obstacle? What resources, skills, interests, experiences are you missing? And what barriers are you likely to face? Do your professional wishes conflict with your personal desires? Regarding the plan, now think about it only at the high level. Much of this course will be about turning your visions into reality using the course methodology. So what to do next? It is the right time to go back to your course website, check out the additional readings and videos, get inspired, and then do the exercises that will help you systematically think about the future. So go ahead, keep on going.